Baby girl, make you rise up. Tell your man them to pull up. Anytime you see me, they pull up. Free your girls, them no F up.
And guys, I am so excited, like right now. Like, I wish you guys were in the studio with me so you can actually like know why I'm excited. But as I'm your radio goddess, I'm obviously gonna just, let you know or let you in on it. I've got the king himself, the legend, living legend himself, Two-Face Divas. Hey, Baba. It is so good to have you here on Good Friday.
Mo, what's up?
It's so good to have you here. Like that's what's up with me right now. Like, I'm just really elated that,
nice.
For the first time this year, apparently it's on my show that you decide to come and grace me with your presence.
Yes.
Yay. Okay, so let's go straight into it. I do know that, like that song that I played, it is obviously timeless. You are behind so many timeless jams. And, the good thing about music, like the kind of music that you make, is the fact that, it's always going to be relevant. Now, back in when you were in Plantation Boys, you obviously were making music that we are still listening to today. What is the one highlight of your career back then in the group that you just can't forget?
Wow. I think it's the first time that we had a major deal that took us across Nigeria. Back then it was just me and Blackface. FaZe hadn't joined us then yet. It was a tour across Nigeria. It was massive. It was the first time that we got paid some reasonable amount of money. So I think that would be it.
That would be it, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Now, if you could go back to the time before you obviously, got signed to Kenneth's Music and you kicked off your solo career, what would you say to yourself?
I would say to myself that, I will not tell myself anything.
You'll go back and looking back and now where you are, the position that you are, the living legend that you are, and how everyone pretty much sees you and looks up to you. What would you now tell yourself?
I would just say I should have, That's the problem. I don't even know what I should have told myself.
Maybe some words of encouragement. Everything's going to be good, young Two-Face.
I did tell myself that. I did tell myself that back in the days. Like, just keep your head, stay focused, and keep working.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Now, from the looks of things, everyone knows that you are a really simple guy. Like, even right now, your style is so simple. You're always wearing black. You're always keeping things simple. And in all honesty, your music too is very simple. It's the sort of music that anyone can, understand, can listen, can easily be influenced by.
Thank you.
So you're really welcome. What has been the major benefit of living such a simple life? Because I also feel that is also reflected in your life, like that simplicity.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think the benefit is, I try to just live my life with the spirit of one love, and that's just it. And that's just it.
That's just really it. Okay.
So it just keeps me peaceful.
No fighting, like you always say.
No fighting.
All right, now I know that this question might seem really random, but I know a lot of your fans listening right now would want to know, as you being the simple guy that we've all grown to love and whatnot. If I was to give you something to eat right now, what would you want to eat, Two-Face? Keeping things simple and real.
Oh man, I would like to eat pepper rice with vegetable on the side.
All right, cool. Well, I don't know if you know this. I have a catering company, so I promise that I will hook you up with that.
Okay.
All right, guys. Yes, Two-Face Divas is in the studio with us, Baba himself. And in all honesty, there can only be one Two-Face. That's why it's so important to, be original and obviously, emulate the likes of Two-Face Divas. It's so good to have you here. So I'm about to play one of my favorite songs by you that pretty much speaks about your originality.
Let somebody love you. Let somebody touch you. Let somebody feel the space in your heart. Let somebody love you. Let somebody hold you.
I know
you were like the first artist to pretty much release the first international edition of an album. Yes. So you're always, you know, setting marks, setting like, I don't know, creating in a sense stepping stones for other artists to follow behind. I am, right? But you know, now that you know you're constantly pushing boundaries, even in the past and obviously right now. That being said, who do you think in this our current music scene is capable of pushing it to the next level, just like you did?
There's a whole lot of them right now, you know. Man, they're not smiling, man. There's a whole lot of them, you know. To mention but a few, Wizkid, Davido, Techno, like I said, a few. a few. You know, but you know, these guys are pushing boundaries and making things happening, and that's what's up. That's what's up, man. You know, the next generation always have to carry the baton and take it to the next level. You understand what I'm saying? I'm really proud of these guys, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. And you know, these guys that you've mentioned, they obviously really do have that star quality. They have they have these qualities that I'm guessing you must have in a sense seen in Dammy Krane as to why you obviously signed him back then. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So what happened with Dammy Krane?
Dammy Krane is cool. It's still on. Is working with a whole lot of people right now. But Hypertek is on should I call it a midterm break right now?
Oh, midterm break. Yes. So you're not signing anyone?
Nah.
Okay. All right. So it's interesting you say that, you know, because as, you know, most times I feel with artists, they always have to leave the nest. So I'm guessing that's what Dammy did. He left the nest.
Yeah.
And went to go do his own thing.
Yeah.
So when you left Kennis back then, did you imagine your career would ever be as huge as it is right now?
You know, you dream and you work towards your dream. You picture yourself being somewhere. Sometimes you get to somewhere that is even bigger than where you thought about in the first place. So for me, I dreamt of being somewhere. I'm not even there yet, but at least I'm moving towards that direction right now.
Of course you are, and you are a living legend. Like I feel you must have heard so many times. You are in a sense our biggest musical export, and with that you have in a sense collaborated with major heavyweights both here and obviously abroad. So if you were to make another timeless collaboration, would you go back and work with, you know, those heavy hitters that you worked with in the past, or are you really keen on delving into our present and obviously future artists?
Man, my dream collabo right now would be with Lauryn Hill.
Ooh, so you would like a collaboration with Lauryn Hill?
Man, she is amazing.
Yeah. Anyone else?
That one, my all-time crush, man, Shadia Adu.
Ooh, that's a good choice. Okay, nice. Well, I'm about to go back into some more music, and this time I feel like this is such a huge Pan-African song. Great choice to team up with Sauti Sol, who funny enough were actually in the studio a couple of hours ago. So it would have been quite nice.
My good brothers from Kenya.
Yes, for you guys to have seen. But unfortunately you missed them. But yes, they call this, or you called this one, Oya Come Make We Go. How did this collaboration come about, Two-Face?
You know, the song, I was working with Jay Slick in the studio, and you know, the idea for the song came up, and so once I did it, I'm like, man, who should I put on this track? And somehow, you know, I mean, there's a whole lot of people that came to my mind, but you know, I just said, let me reach out to Sauti Sol and see what's up. And I reached out to them, and they graciously agreed to be on the track, and here we go, man. Here we are.
Yes, here we are. So let's enjoy this one. Don't forget, guys, Tu Baba is still here with us. Send in your questions to Twitter at Soundcity985 FM.
Make we go to all the places where we talk, so we would like to go before. Make we see. Nothing that I do for you, make we feel, make we check, and if not too head, them they use we go low. But now after we go know. Better not truth, better not lie.